Hi, I'm Beth Cleveland from Fort Valley, Georgia, and today we're going to be making creamy chicken lasagna. I've already started my water boiling and it's just about time to put in my lasagna noodles. I'm going to take a whole 1 pound box of lasagna noodles and place them in already boiling water. And just let those get going a minute. And then we're going to start a roux. We're going to take 1/2 a cup of butter, put that in our pan, mix it up as it starts to melt. Get those noodles on down in there so they'll get cooking. Come on, boys. There they go. Don't want them to stick together. We don't want them to get too done either, so in just a minute we'll cut them off. We just want them to get nice and tender. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to add 1/2 cup of flour. Just a little bit at a time. I need to cut my heat down just a tad. Okay, and we'll get that going. And now I've already cooked my chicken and I've already cut it up. You can use any kind of chicken. You can pick it up from the deli at the grocery store. You can bake it, use leftover chicken. However you want to do it, you just need about 4 cups of chicken, 4 to 6 cups of chicken. And I went ahead and reserved 4 cups of stock also that I'm going to add to this flour and butter mixture. But if you want to use the bulk kind, you can buy your chicken stock already in the carton. And I like to use the organic. Makes it a little better. There you go. And now I'll stir that until it starts to thicken. Let's get the noodles still going. It's hotter than it looks. There. Now I'll just keep stirring this and cut my heat up just a little bit so it will get nice and thick. There's several ways that you can make this. Sometimes I like to use egg noodles. It makes it taste a little more like chicken and dumplings. I just use the wide egg noodles and I go ahead and I layer it just like I would my lasagna. And it's very good. And it gives a whole different taste to it, or a whole different texture. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of sweet basil. You can use the fresh if you have it. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add salt. And I'm going to add pepper. I like a lot of pepper. That's fresh ground black pepper. I'll keep stirring it. It should be heating up and getting thick in just a minute. Now I'm going to work on these noodles for just a minute. They should be getting just about right. Yeah. Just 1 more minute on those. And this is working well. I'm going to cut the heat down on that and I'm going to go ahead and get started making one of the fillings. What I have here is I have a 16-ounce carton of small curd cottage cheese. And then I have a 15-ounce carton of ricotta cheese. I'm going to mix those up. And I have 8 ounces of Philadelphia brand cream cheese that's been sitting out, so it's nice and soft. Get this open. Give that a little stir. There we go. And now we're going to take 1 egg, put our egg in there, and then we're just going to mix that up really well. Oh, those are nice and blended together and smooth. This is going to be one of our fillings. See, it's all nice and blended together. Okay, Stir this again. So it's starting to get nice and thick. All right, now we're going to take the noodles. Yeah, I think they're ready. So we're going to take these noodles and we're going to drain them. Let's give this one more stir before I walk over to the sink. There we go. We'll drain the noodles. We're almost ready to go. Okay. We'll take these. We'll set these back on here. So we'll have all of our stuff right here together. All right. This is just about ready. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my chicken. Get all that in there. Get it nice and thick. Just makes like a nice gravy over the chicken. A nice thick gravy. That's all there is to it. Now it's just putting it in the pan. I've already prepared a large lasagna pan. And the first thing that we want to add in is a layer of chicken. So I'm going to stir that up for another second. You're going to put probably about 1/3 of your chicken on the bottom. Let's see. I'm just going to use this spoon because it's right here. All right, let's put about 1/3 of our chicken, just enough to cover the bottom. I don't always put a lot on the very bottom. So here we go. A little messy with it. And now you just lay your noodles on there. Should run some cold water over those. They're a little steamy. It's okay if they stick together, just pull them apart. Unless you've overcooked them, they won't tear. So once you get a nice layer of noodles, let's put one right there. Put a layer of your cream cheese mixture. Just put a nice big spoonfuls and then spread it out. You put about half of it on there because you're going to have 2 layers of this, and then spread it out over those noodles. We have freshly grated mozzarella cheese. I'm going to use about half of your cheese on this layer. And then I have freshly grated Parmesan. Just put that on there, about half of your Parmesan. Now, it's time for your chicken mixture. Okay, it's time for the remainder of our Philadelphia cream cheese mixture. Scrape it all. You don't want to miss any of it. All right, let's just smooth it up really good. Finish up the Parmesan. We are good to go. Let's get it all on there. Sloppy cook. Okay, it just so happens that there's one in the oven ready to come out. You'll notice it turns nice and brown. It starts to bubble. You'll know it's ready. Let's try some. Those cheeses, that mozzarella cheese, yum. Creamy chicken lasagna goes great with just a simple tossed salad. And don't forget, mix that cream cheese with your favorite honey, and it makes a delightful topping for your rolls.